Hey guys, this is Captain Food reporting for duty, and today we're going to be looking at the advertisements from Iron Man issue 289. If this doesn't look familiar, it's probably because you missed my cover battle video of Iron Man comic books, and this was one of those covers, so if you missed it, go back and check it out. I think you'll be glad you did. Alright, that said, this was back issue number 289 of February, back when the comic was just $1.25. Look at that. And so here we go. We're going to open right up to it and look at the first ad, because this isn't about the comic book as much as it's about the ads in it. Look, we have here head lube and oil change, $39.99 for this game here, Mystic Quest from Squaresoft. Drain your brain pan and fill her up with Mystic Quest, the world's first role-playing game, especially designed for entry-level player. Yeah, because they did that a couple times with Dragons. What was that on NES? I can't remember the name. I beat that one. It's one of the very few ones I beat. They called it Dragon Warrior in the US, but it was something else originally. But it was made as an entry-level RPG game to try to get people in the States here to try to get more towards the RPGs. And of course, now the JRPGs are all popular. Back then they weren't, so they had to dip their toes in it. I never played a lot of those because they took so long to beat. I've beaten very few RPGs, but that's a pretty cool one. Head loop and an oil change. I mean, I think a lot of people need that. So here we're gonna go here. There's Rhodey, by the way. Okay, here we go. We got another advertisement introducing the one thing Chuck here and John have in common. I'm not going to try to butcher their names here. And here we have another baseball card advertisement. I was never big into collecting baseball cards. I do enjoy watching the occasional baseball game, probably there live. I don't like it too much watching it on TV. Maybe I'll put it on in the background while I'm working on something, but that's about it. Otherwise, I'm more of a football and a hockey fan in that regard. So I didn't collect cards for those either. But if you collected these, I'd like to know, are they actually worth anything today? Have they ever went up? Now here we go. Here's an ad here. The T2 arcade game, now on Genesis. There was a Genesis version and the Super Nintendo version. I tend to favor the Super Nintendo version over the Genesis version personally. I think graphically it was better. It just looked better. Sound-wise, they weren't great either. But it was a fun game. This is a fun on-rails shooter. Hard, though. This is not an easy game. And here's the kicker, though. This was actually published by LJN, because LJN, as much as they get a bad rap, they did publish a few good games. Yeah, I'm not saying they didn't actually make them. They published them. They'd buy the rights and somebody else would make them, and then they'd publish them. This was actually a pretty good game. I don't think you could have went wrong. Now, I've never played the Game Boy version. You know what? You ever played the Game Boy version of T2? Let me know what your thoughts are of it. Should I check it out? Or is it just complete trash? Because sometimes those conversions weren't anything like it, and sometimes they were trash. Hey, by the way, look at that. That is some cool stuff right there. Look at that Rhodey, good old War Machine armor. Or at his time as Iron Man, too. He's as good as Iron Man. Now here we go. Another one of these. Boy, I used to love these. Once again, I said that on some of my other videos. Where you look through, you can order the comics there. This is how I would get them sometimes from my resale shop. I'd order large quantities of them, get a discount, and then sell them. And so sometimes somebody placed an order, I'd say, hey, you placed a good size order. Would you want to maybe get a couple more? You can get these for pretty cheap. And I'd offer them for some pretty good deals. And here are some cards. I do have some of these cards, and I can't believe how much some of these cards are going right now graded. But now here's the thing. With the video gaming grading situation now, with WADA and all that getting exposed, I wonder if that's going to impact the graded cards, like the Marvel cards and things. So here we go here. Heroes Unlimited and Robotech, role-playing Megaverse. I never played either one of these, Heroes Unlimited or that Robotech. If you have, were they any good? I played some Marvel ones and things like that. Role-playing games and things, but I just never really had a whole lot of time to get into them too much. I played a little bit Dungeons & Dragons, not a whole lot. Let's look at that. Those pictures there, those things. Pretty cool artwork. Gotta give it that. Absolute. Might be pretty fun. Look at that. That's pretty good artwork, too. Alright, let's get to the ads, though. Let's get to the purpose of the video. while you're talking about pages, because I can't help it. I'm looking at cool things. Ah, there we are. Bullpen bulletins. There's something. I used to like to read these and read what they had to say, the little cartoons that came with them. This one says, Tom, how did you like the present I got you? It says, it was great, Mark. And look, he's at the exchanges. He exchanged it for something. And here we had Ralph's Retorts, comic books on sale. I used to like this kind of stuff. And, this is back then when you could voice an opinion and you weren't instantly vilified for it and hated by the writers and things like that. You could actually say your thoughts. And sometimes maybe they could make some clarification. And then you go, oh, okay, that's cool. Or you go, okay, maybe not. Back then you were actually allowed to. There we are, Mile High Comics. Once again, another one that I did a lot of business with. Did a lot of purchases, some from my personal collection, as well as my sales there. Some more cool artwork. Did you ever order from Mile High Comics? If you did, let me know. I'd like to hear from... Oh, look at that. Something's down. Yes, sir, of course. Alright, so here we go. Getting past the comic. Rhodey tells him he quits. We're going to get to this end here. The letters thing. That's another thing, too. Where the letters, they would publish people's disagreements, things like that, and have some insight. It just seemed like a friendlier time. Here's another one of the Get 2 Issues here group. Get 14 issues subscription for only $15. This one you receive 14 issues for $21. These were the more expensive ones, like the Nom. I remember that. Got some of those. Doctor Strange, Cable. Then you had your regulars like Amazing Spider-Man, Avengers West Coast, a series I think deserved more positivity and more attention. Avengers West Coast was a pretty good series for most of the time. Here we go, another advertisement. Chuck Rocks, your Super NES. I have to admit, I've never played this. He's fat, he stinks, and he's one of the best loved characters ever to climb his way out of the primordial slime and onto your video screen. Boy, you couldn't get away with that now, calling him fat. That would be body shaming him. Right? In today's day and age, you couldn't do that. If I went to the store and I was looking for a game, which didn't happen often because I'm not going to pay full price, I don't think this cover would have jumped out at me to buy this game. It just wasn't that appealing. So, I always got my games used and stuff. I'm not going to pay $40+ for a video game. I still don't today. There's just no way. And this one does look like it might be worth a try. Here we go, and one last one. This is Wing Commander. Kick some butt here. Look at that. And then so it says some information about it for the gaming world, blah blah blah. Nothing else will have prepared you for the look and feel of Wing Commander on your Super NES. Here's why. Wing Commander has incredible 3D action, full screen explosions, and 33 super stereo soundtracks and CD game quality. But it plays on your Super Nintendo. Now I will say I think that is a little bit of an overstatement there. The Nintendo had an interesting sound. I wouldn't say the visuals either or CD quality. It's just, they were good first time. I think there were some really good graphics done on the Super Nintendo. I really do. I think the Super Nintendo graphics hold up much better than the Nintendo 64 polygon graphics that we had there when we look back. I'd rather play a Super Nintendo game most likely over a Nintendo 64 game if I was basing it on graphics and not fun and the whole package. Now, then it depends on what game it is. There was a lot of great games in this series, and this is not one that I've ever played, but it's an interesting thought. Have you ever played this, the 3D Space Combat Simulator? If you did, let me know in the comments. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Well, there we go. Those were the advertisements. There wasn't any juice boxes or anything in this one, so that was an interesting take there. But hey, you know what? It was still pretty interesting to take a shot back in the time and look back, because once again, this was 1992, just in case you didn't see that, didn't know that. Look, there we are. There we zoom in there. 1992 for Marvel and the advertisements published within it. Well, thank you guys for watching this video. Please be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you don't mind, if you feel yourself in a good position, we do have a Patreon that helps support the channel so we can buy more stuff, do things like this. We've been doing a lot more tech reviews lately too, as well, and I think we're going to keep doing that as well because we enjoy doing them. I think I might start adding another segment to the channel. So far, this channel has been comic books, video games, and tech. I might add music to it too, because that's another facet of something I really love and enjoy. I've been trying to dip my toes back in it again and get back in that, and I've had a long history of music, and I think I have a lot of fun things to share. So hey, if you want to hear that kind of stuff, let me know too. I'm just sort of deciding if I want to do that or not. Alright, well thank you for spending your time with me, and until next time, keep it frugal.